Hi there, this is Gray, a poet from Salt Lake City, Utah, writing a poem for Nathan in Eugene, Oregon. Nathan was gracious enough to help me get along in my tour, and I've written a poem for him in Eugene. So this is a how to beer run. This is part of a guide on how to be a terrible person that I am writing for Eugene because they're so nice that I don't think they know how to be bad people. So anyway, how to beer run. A couple notes we need to take into account. There's my hand. A couple of things you need to take into account is that a beer run is drastically different than a dine and dash for very specific reasons, which are A, you don't have to interact with the waiter or waitress, thus, and then, you know, generating sympathy and empathy for them, which leads to pangs of remorse or regret later. And the other one being that the cashier will sometimes cheer you on before she or he starts to run after you. But whatever your reason, perhaps it's after 2 a.m. and they've stopped selling beer, or perhaps you just don't feel like paying for it. Whatever your reason, stroll in with confidence, be polite with the cashier, walk up an aisle unrelated to beer. My preferred aisle is the makeup aisle. And sometimes I like to go in and ask where a specific item is, so they won't even suspect that I will go near the beer aisle. Once you are out of their line of sight, head briskly for the beer. If the case is locked, as it sometimes is, grab a warm beer on display will suffice. Grab it. Anticipate the weight of all those drunk fizzinesses that will soon be in your body. Head for the door down an aisle leading to the door. You want as little interaction with the cashier as possible. Ideally, you can wait until they are helping a customer, perhaps turned around to grab a pack of cigarettes. If it's 2 a.m. though, this is unlikely. If they try to stop you, act shocked, as though you're walking up to the counter, and then just book it out the door. Mix it up by running out the emergency exit. Or, I haven't tried this, but I imagine it's a terrible thing to do. Pull a beer out, leaving it on the counter at the cashier before running. Make it yours. Sometimes what you can do is take a beer out, and because it's the cashier, and it's because it's 2 in the morning and they don't want to be there and you don't want to be there, you can leave them a beer before you jet out the door, and they'll consider that payment somehow, and then they'll be less likely to be mad at you. But anyway, you know what? Make it yours. Everyone has their own techniques for beer runs. It's all up to you what you want to do. You could dig a hole into the aisle and out. That would take longer. But anyway, if you have any suggestions, just post them. If you have any, you know, different diversionary tactics at all, like, I'd love to hear it. All right, so there you go, Nathan. I appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy this piece, and feel free to share it with whoever suits your interests. Maybe not your dad if your dad's a cop. All right, bye-bye.